So what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I hope you're having an amazing day. Today's video we're going to take a look at my brand new laptop. So I got many requests on this, on what it is, what are the specs, and why did I go for it. So again over here, this laptop has been launched for almost 2 weeks in India and been available for sale for almost 1 week. I was one of the first ones to buy this at a retail store. For online, there were some stocks available on Flipkart, but it's really scarce. Like these get scalped like very easily and then again sold for offline markets for around 1.7 to 1.6 lakhs. I was really lucky enough to just find it on around 1.52 lakhs, which is like 1000 more than the official release price, which is again really crazy. You can buy a Apache RTR 200 for it, like a 200cc bike for a laptop. So again over here, as you can see, it's a complete light show, which again, if you don't know, Asus RS Sync is like one of the best things in RGB lighting. But over here, there are pretty much no videos on it, which is really weird. It's an amazing laptop for its price. And then again, there are many YouTubers who are very quick on the reviews and stuff, but there are just pretty much none on India. And it's really weird that even the Acer's Nitro 5, which is one of the most cheapest RTX 30 series laptops, there are just no videos on it. So again, Geeky Ranjit made one, but it's a Ryzen 9 5900HX model, which is kind of like a demo unit in India, not officially launched. Well, it's launched in US and stuff with around like $1800 US. But oh here, this is what you get in India as if right now. So again, I bought this thing on almost the launch day of the SCAR 15. Again, I was one of the first ones. So again, 1080p 300Hz model. There would be a Quad HD 165Hz model, but that would be coming in like mid-April. So again, if you want a 30 series laptop with Max-P GPU, again, you have to go for what you can, cause these get scalped extremely easily for like 1.6 to 1.7 lakhs. But again over here, as you can see, really nice build quality. Again, it's a 17-inch model. So again, this is a G713QR Asus Strix G17. Again, it has 8 cores, 16 threads, quite a good spec sheet to be honest. And then again, just taking a look at the build quality and stuff, again, you have metal right over here. This ROG logo again lights up very barely. It's not RGB, it's just white light. Again, it turns to a mirror finish when it's off. You have the ROG branding right over here. And the build quality is just far more better than the 2020 model. My sister has a SCAR 15 2020. And this just feels far more better. Again, you have metal finish. It sounds really nice. You have the ROG branding like right over here. Then again, the hinge opens with one finger, just like a one laptop should. Then again, you can directly unlock. Again, the 300Hz is just amazing. Like the Windows experience in this thing is just really good. You aren't hitting 300Hz in any kind of games. What the fuck? Even with CSGO at high settings or low settings, it doesn't maintain 300Hz. So yeah, there is no real way to enjoy 300 FPS on a laptop. But if you go for the Quad HD 165Hz panel, I'm pretty sure it would be a great experience. Like the color gamut and the color space of this thing is just really brilliant. The video can't actually express how good this panel is, but if you get a Quad HD panel, it would be just much more better, as the window scaling is again just good with the Ryzen CPU. But just doing your all day everyday tasks is just very fluid. There is pretty much no motion blur. You can see everything happening, like every single effect. But yeah, it doesn't maintain 300Hz in pretty much any games. I played Rocket League, which has max 250 FPS lock, and yeah, it did held to 250, but everything above 100 FPS just feels smooth. But again, using your daily apps is just really good at 300 FPS. Like look at that. Again, the trackpad is far more bigger and better. It doesn't have separate buttons. The whole panel just clicks, which is really nice than before. Like it's almost like a good phone. Like look at that. This is my Note 20 Ultra. It's as big as that. The arrow keys are quite small, but they are doable rather than having just nothing. And there is a numpad, of course, as a 17-inch model. But yeah, going for a 17-inch model just actually makes sense if you are coming from like 2016 or 2017 laptops, as my Lenovo Legion was pretty much this same size chassis, but now you are getting far more better display, far more better thermals, and much more bigger battery. And coming to that is just like really good. So again, I currently have it on the iGPU mode, which completely disables the RTX 3070, and now it's back online. With that, I can actually use this laptop with my 25-watt Note 20 Ultra charger, and it actually charges while using it, which is just really good. There is no hard disk in this laptop. There are 2 NVMe SSDs, so it just creates space for a larger battery. Again, the fans are placed right over here above your normal keys that you have, like the numpad and the WSD. So there is just pretty much no hitting in this area. It does hit a bit over here, but there are just no keys, so no worries at all. Again, the build quality over here is just really good. But then again, if you just talk about the software, you have this Harmony Crate, which again controls a lot of things. Like even if you just go to system, there are lightings, GPU power saving, and yes, it doesn't have a mux switch, So you can actually disable your RTX 3070 but not disable the inbuilt integrated graphics cards. That's a mux switch. The IGB mode just turns off the discrete graphics card to save battery. So yeah, it does have that. You do lose a little bit of FPS with it, but if you attach an external monitor, you will gain that by bypassing the Optimus, but that really defeats the purpose of getting a beautiful Quad HD 165 or a 1080p 300Hz panel. But if you just go to the lighting, the keyboard modes are just wow. There is just so much stuff like this reactive where the keys just stuck. Again, you can randomize the color, the speed of it, the brightness. You have stars, which is just strobing keys. Again, per key RGB right over here. You have flash, which is again really bright. Again, one of my favorite ones. And let's just skip to rainbow. Then again, you have normal stuff. You have aura sync if you want to sync it with another hardware devices, which again has its own effects like the smart one, which changes the keyboard colors depending on the temperature of your CPU or GPU, which is really nice. Then you have adaptive color, which adapts the colors of the screen on what's going on. So again, blue wallpaper right over here. Even if I just open Microsoft Store, completely white, turns on white. So yeah, really brilliant options in terms of lighting. You can even set the sensitivity, decay rate, like there is just in-depth stuff for it. You have more features like your normal things like game visual, game library. Well, just not this. You can control the display in much more mannered way in the AMD Radeon software right over here. So you have that settings too. And the inbuilt graphics card over here is again really great. You can game on it actually. So it's that powerful. And again, the CPU in this is Ryzen 7 5800H. So latest and the greatest that you can get to complement the RTX 3070, which is again a max P. So it cranks up to around like 133 watts. You also have my Asus right over here, which is like a Lenovo Vantage thingy. But there is just battery options right over here. There is nothing to do with the camera, the display, and there is no camera on this laptop. It's bundled separately. So again, you can just place it right over here, clip it, or just place it anywhere that you like, which is really nice for security reasons. And just the quality is far more better than the inbuilt one. Again, I wish the stand for it just could hold a phone or a tablet, because this my Asus have this link to Asus, and then again you can extend the display of this laptop or just control your phone completely like link to Windows, like the apps and stuff for it, and just directly update the driver side over here, which is really neat. And then let's just talk about the performance. The RTX 3070 at 130 watts is almost comparable to a RTX 2080 Fe on a desktop. Yep, it's that powerful. I played Cyberpunk on this thing, again ultra settings, ray tracing completely cranked out, just under 60 FPS, which is really good. Then again Forza Horizon 4 completely cranked out, 120 FPS. Even the Marvel's Avengers, which is not really optimized that great for AMD CPUs, again runs extremely well, like around 80 FPS with everything turned on, not even using DLSS. But some titles like GTA 5 just wouldn't benefit. The engine is very limited. So if you just cranked out everything, you would be getting only 60 to 80 FPS. So again, that is smoothened by this 3ms panel, which is really nice. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this quick overview of this laptop. This is by no means a review, just a normal look on what it is and what are the specs. Again, if you just talk about the IO, there is just pretty much nothing. On the right side, you have two USBs and a headphone jack right over here. I wished it gave a USB Type-C right over here, because my earphones are a Type-C and I have to just plug it right back over there, which again has a RJ35 port, a LAN. Then you have the power, HDMI, again another USB, and there is cooling right over here and even here too. So on the right side, it kind of annoys me whenever I'm using my mouse, because it hits up my hand too. But yeah, in terms of design, is really well built and quite lightweight for such a packed laptop. And yeah, that's pretty much it. See you guys in the next one. Again, thanks for supporting me in everything so that I can afford it. See you guys in the next one. Peace.